On a quiet street in Los Angeles, in a weathered wooden building few thought mattered, something began that would shake the spiritual history of the world. No stage, no spotlight, no human design, only prayer rising into the night until heaven answered. What unfolded at Azusa Street was not organized revival, it was divine interruption. Inside the humble apostolic faith mission, ordinary people encountered extraordinary presence, and the fire spread across nations. At the center stood a hidden servant, William J. Seymour, a man whose surrender helped open the heavens. Before we step into this breathtaking story, if you're drawn to powerful, true accounts of spiritual history, like this video, subscribe, and share it, because what you're about to witness is not just history, it's a moment that changed the world forever. This story does not begin with thunder or crowds or blazing light tearing open the sky above a waiting city. It begins with silence, thick and unmoving, like breath held too long in a weary world. The earth turns, ordinary and restless, while heaven seems distant, hidden behind layers of doubt, ritual, and forgotten longing. Streets fill with noise, but hearts remain strangely empty, aching for something they cannot name, something older than memory, deeper than language, heavier than sorrow, and more alive than breath itself, waiting just beyond sight. This story does not begin with thunder or crowds or blazing light tearing open the sky above a waiting city. It begins with silence, thick and unmoving, like breath held too long in a weary world. The earth turns, ordinary and restless, while heaven seems distant, hidden behind layers of doubt, ritual, and forgotten longing. Streets fill with noise, but hearts remain strangely empty, aching for something they cannot name, something older than memory, deeper than language, heavier than sorrow, and more alive than breath itself, waiting just beyond sight, beyond sound, beyond the fragile limits of human expectation everywhere. In the early years of a new century, hope flickers like a fragile candle struggling against unseen winds. Industry rises, cities expand, and progress promises power, yet the human spirit feels strangely displaced. Churches stand full of voices, yet prayer grows thin, rehearsed, restrained by habit and fear. Many speak of God, but few tremble before Him. Religion moves with structure, order, and certainty, yet something sacred feels missing, like music without resonance, like fire without heat, like a door forever closed to mystery, leaving souls searching corridors of silence, longing for presence more real than doctrine could ever provide. Far from the centers of influence, beyond polished sanctuaries and respectable pulpits, an unseen hunger begins gathering in hidden places. Not organized, not celebrated, not even understood, it grows quietly wherever hearts dare to hope again. Small rooms become altars, wooden floors absorb tears no one records. Ordinary voices whisper prayers that rise without elegance, without performance, without pretense. Something ancient begins stirring, not in institutions, but in surrendered longing, as though heaven itself listens for the sound of desperate faith breaking through the crust of routine, searching for hearts willing to burn without being seen, to believe before evidence. One growing city on the western edge of a restless nation feels this tension deeply. Dust rises from busy roads, carrying voices from many lands, many languages, many stories colliding in crowded neighborhoods. Dreams arrive daily, yet so does weariness. People build, trade, labor, and strive, yet beneath ambition, something trembles. A quiet question lingers in the air. Is there more than survival, more than progress, more than striving? Night falls, and lights glow behind countless windows, but sleep does not always come easily. Something unseen presses gently, persistently, like distant thunder rolling beneath the surface of ordinary human living. In one modest neighborhood, where homes stand close enough to hear every footstep, every whispered conversation, something unusual begins to unfold. No banners announce it, no headlines predict it, only prayer gathers, first in ones, then in twos, then in trembling circles of expectation. Voices rise softly, then break with urgency. Tears fall freely, not from sorrow, but from longing too deep for language. Something holy feels near, not yet revealed, but approaching, like dawn before color, like wind before movement, like fire before flame, as if heaven itself leans closer, listening for faith, rising through fragile human voices together. Those who gather cannot fully explain what draws them. They only know that ordinary worship no longer satisfies their restless spirits. They pray longer, kneel lower, wait deeper into the quiet. Time stretches until hours feel weightless, words become fewer, silence becomes fuller. Something presses upon them, gentle yet immense, like an unseen gravity drawing every thought upward. Some tremble, some whisper, some simply sit with closed eyes, sensing nearness without form. No one commands the moment, no one controls the atmosphere. They only remain, waiting with burning hearts, convinced that something eternal is approaching, though none dare declare when. Outside, life continues unchanged. Carriages pass, merchants call, children laugh. The world moves with confident indifference to what is forming quietly behind closed doors. Yet those who enter these prayer gatherings feel something entirely different. The air feels dense, almost luminous, as if unseen light presses against the edges of perception. Breath slows, words falter, hearts awaken to a presence that feels both terrifying and tender. Something greater than emotion, greater than thought, greater than imagination begins surrounding them, like a vast horizon opening where walls once stood, widening their sense of reality beyond anything previously known or safely contained. Rumors begin spreading softly, carried by curious whispers that something unusual is happening somewhere ordinary. Not spectacle, not performance, not religious excitement, but something quieter, heavier, more difficult to describe. Some dismiss it, some mock it, some feel strangely drawn without knowing why. A subtle tension spreads through conversations, through streets, through restless imaginations. Could heaven truly move among ordinary people? Could the divine draw near without ceremony? Questions rise like sparks before flame, carried on breath, on wonder, on a fragile sense that something long forgotten might be returning to awaken hearts grown accustomed to spiritual distance and quietness. Within the gathering rooms, expectation deepens into trembling awareness. Something is forming beyond language, beyond planning, beyond human control. Those who kneel feel as though unseen hands are shaping history in real time. The air grows charged with possibility. Every prayer feels like a door slowly unlocking. Every moment of waiting feels like pressure building beneath the surface of the visible world. Some sense that if heaven were to move, it would begin exactly like this, quietly, humbly, almost hidden, like roots spreading underground before forests rise toward light, before winds carry seeds beyond any boundary humans could ever imagine. And then comes the quiet awareness that movements of heaven rarely begin with crowds, but with a single surrendered life. Every awakening seems to wait for a willing heart, someone hidden, someone humble, someone listening when others speak. Among the praying circles, one such life is already being prepared, shaped through obscurity, refined through suffering, anchored in relentless prayer. The atmosphere grows heavier with expectation, as though heaven is not only drawing near, but choosing a vessel through whom glory will soon break into history. To understand what happens next, we must meet the hidden servant whose surrender will carry. If heaven was drawing near, it would need a vessel. Not a celebrity, not a strategist, not a religious icon. Heaven has always searched for something rarer, a surrendered life. Long before crowds gathered, long before history took notice, one man was being quietly shaped in obscurity. His preparation did not happen in public. It unfolded in silence, in hardship, in surrender that few ever witnessed. That man was William J. Seymour. He was not impressive by worldly standards. Born into poverty, raised under the lingering shadow of racial oppression, he carried wounds that might have hardened another soul. Instead, they softened him. Where bitterness could have grown, humility took root. Where anger could have ruled, prayer became refuge. He lost sight in one eye, yet gained vision of another kind. He learned to listen, not casually, not occasionally, deeply, patiently, relentlessly. Silence became his teacher, waiting became his discipline, dependence upon God became his identity. While others pursued recognition, he pursued presence. While others sought influence, he sought intimacy. He believed power did not come from position, but from surrender, not from eloquence, but from nearness to God. His spiritual formation was slow, hidden, deliberate, like a seed buried deep beneath soil, unseen but alive, pressing upward toward a future no one yet imagined. When he eventually arrived in Los Angeles, he carried no platform, no prestige, no institutional backing, only conviction, only prayer, only a message that unsettled comfortable religion. He spoke of encounter, not ceremony, presence, not performance, transformation, not tradition. Some were drawn immediately, others resisted fiercely. His message disrupted expectations. It challenged structures. It exposed spiritual hunger many had tried to ignore. Doors closed. Criticism spread. Suspicion followed him. But resistance did not discourage him. It clarified his calling. Opposition drove him deeper into prayer, deeper into surrender, deeper into dependence on divine direction. Eventually, small gatherings formed, fragile at first, uncertain, but hungry. They met simply to pray, to wait, to seek what none could fully describe, yet all deeply desired. Prayer lengthened, silence deepened, expectation intensified. Those present sensed something approaching, something immense, something sacred, pressing near, yet not fully revealed. The atmosphere in those gatherings felt heavy, charged, almost luminous. Time seemed to stretch, words became fewer, waiting became worship. Then meetings moved to a modest home on Bonnie Street. What began there would alter history. Prayer intensified beyond anything they had known. Voices rose, not in performance, but desperation. Hearts burned with longing. Something invisible pressed inward, surrounding them, saturating the room with an overwhelming sense of divine nearness. People trembled. Some wept without explanation. Others felt waves of reverence pass through them, like wind moving across water. It felt as though heaven itself leaned close, listening, responding, preparing to move. Seymour never claimed control of these moments. He guarded them with humility, constantly reminding everyone that what they sought could not be manufactured, only received. He often prayed with his face hidden, refusing attention, directing all focus upward, toward God alone. The gatherings grew, the hunger deepened, the pressure built, like energy gathering before lightning, like breath held before release, like history waiting for permission to change. Those present sensed it clearly. Something was about to happen that could not be reversed. Waiting had reached its limit. Silence had done its work. Preparation was complete. Heaven was about to descend. And when it did, nothing would ever be the same. No one announced the moment. No trumpet sounded. No schedule predicted it. Heaven simply broke through. It began in prayer, intense, unified, desperate. Suddenly, the room was overwhelmed by a presence unlike anything previously experienced. It was not emotion, not excitement, not atmosphere created by human energy. It was visitation. Holiness flooded the space with such intensity that many could not stand. Some fell to their knees, others lifted trembling hands, overwhelmed by awe that felt both terrifying and beautiful. Voices rose, not rehearsed, not controlled, but erupting from deep within. Prayer became encounter, worship became response, silence shattered into living sound. Something supernatural moved among them, unmistakable, undeniable. Word spread quickly. Crowds gathered. The small house could no longer contain what was happening, so the meetings moved to a worn building on Azusa Street, an unremarkable structure soon to become sacred ground. Within it, the gatherings became known as the Apostolic Faith Mission. The building was plain, weathered, ordinary, but inside, heaven touched earth. Meetings continued day and night, no schedule, no program, no performance. People came and went, yet the presence remained constant, tangible, overwhelming. Worship erupted spontaneously, prayer flowed endlessly, testimonies burst forth as lives were transformed before witnesses. Observers described the atmosphere as thick, luminous, saturated with holiness. Some spoke of waves of love moving through the room. Others felt fire burning within their hearts. Barriers collapsed, racial divisions dissolved, social status vanished. All stood equal before divine presence. Visitors arrived from everywhere, curious, skeptical, desperate, hopeful. Many entered uncertain, but left changed. They carried stories impossible to ignore, stories that traveled far beyond the building, far beyond the city. Something unprecedented was unfolding. This was not a meeting, not a revival campaign, not a religious gathering. It was a living movement, sustained not by human planning, but by divine power. Time lost meaning inside those walls. Hours passed unnoticed. Prayer became continuous, like breathing, like heartbeat. Those who entered sensed they stood at the intersection of heaven and earth, and the sound of what was happening began spreading outward. The awakening could not remain contained. Those who experienced it carried its fire wherever they went. They returned home transformed, unable to speak of anything else, telling stories of presence, power, encounter. Their testimonies ignited hunger in others. Prayer gatherings began forming in distant cities, distant nations, among people who had never set foot on that street, yet longed for the same visitation. The pattern repeated everywhere. Prayer deepened. Expectation rose, presence came, lives changed, communities transformed, social barriers weakened, Unity emerged across divisions once thought permanent. People discovered spiritual authority not rooted in status, but surrender. Missionaries carried the flame across oceans. Spiritual renewal spread through continents. Entire movements traced their origins back to what began in obscurity. Scholars tried to explain it. Critics tried to dismiss it. Observers tried to categorize it. But no framework fully captured what had happened. It was mystery in motion, a living current flowing across generations. Yet at its center remained astonishing simplicity. Prayer, humility, surrender. Nothing more, nothing less. And still the sound continued, echoing outward, shaping history. The meetings eventually ended, but the fire did not. Its influence continues, moving through generations, through churches, through movements, through countless lives shaped by the memory of divine nearness. The awakening became more than history. It became invitation. It revealed something profound. Heaven is not distant. Presence is not reserved for another era. Divine visitation responds wherever hearts surrender fully. The story confronts every generation with the same question: will you remember or will you respond? Because the pattern remains unchanged. Revival begins in hidden prayer. It grows through surrender. It erupts through divine initiative, and it transforms everything it touches. The glory that descended once still calls, still invites, still waits for hearts willing to seek beyond comfort, beyond structure, beyond control. The echo continues, whispering across time. Heaven opened once. It can open again. And somewhere, even now, in a quiet room, in a surrendered heart, the same holy fire waits to fall. The story of what happened on Azusa Street is more than a moment in history. It is a reminder that heaven still responds to surrendered hearts. What began in obscurity through the quiet obedience of William J. Seymour became a fire that reshaped faith across the world. Not through power, but through prayer. Not through fame, but through humility. And perhaps the greatest question is not what happened then, but what could happen now if hearts once again hunger, wait, and believe. If this story stirred something within you, like this video, subscribe for more powerful faith documentaries, and share it with someone searching for deeper meaning. Reflect and share in the comments. What moved you most about this story? Can spiritual awakening still happen today? What does true surrender look like in our life? Why does humility attract divine power? What barriers need to fall in our generation? Are we spiritually hungry enough for revival? If heaven drew near, would we recognize it? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.